In the previous video, we set up our basic locomotion to where we move based upon our controller's rotation. That way that controls whether or not, kind of which direction we're going to be moving, as well as we set it up so we could use our headset's rotation. So if we looked left while we're moving forwards, we're going to look left. So we follow the path of our headset. So what I mentioned in the previous video was we're going to set that up so where we could toggle between the two very easily. So I want to store that information somewhere over here. So we're going to add just a simple U property that's going to control it. So let's go over to our header. We no longer really need our character as far as I can think. And let's create a new Boolean. So I want to do a U property. I want it to be edit defaults. Well, let's see. We want to change this on the fly. We can do this edit defaults only. Let's give it a category of, I'll do tutorial. It's going to be a simple bool. So bool b use HMD use HMD for locomotion. So use our headset for the locomotion. Now by default, I want this to be false. And then I want to have a simple check here. So if use HMD for locomotion, we are going to store that in a vector. So f vector, let's do movement, or let's just call it direction. And we're going to set that equal, well, we don't really need to set it equal to anything because we're going to be setting it. So if we want to use the headset for locomotion, we want to do direction equals, we want to get our camera. So we search for cam. Let's see, no, what is it? Can't remember exactly what it's called. Yep, VR replicated camera is what it's going to be for this class. Get forward vector. And then otherwise, what we're going to do is direction equals our left controller's forward vector. And then instead of using our forward vector for the controller, we're just going to use the direction we want to dictate based upon this if-else statement. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, so let's copy it and paste it in our move right, except instead of doing get forward vector, we change it to get right vector, and then again we set the direction we want to use to our direction vector. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and rerun this and make sure everything works. Alrighty, let's go to our blueprint character here and we come over to the side. Let's find the tutorial section. Here it is. Use HMD for locomotion. So there's a slight issue with the naming there. HMD and for locomotion. Well, HMD and for are connected, but anyways, that's unchecked. So we should be using our controller, which we are. So if we move straight left and go forwards, we go that way. And if we check it, we should use our headset. So let's walk right forwards. Now let's walk forwards this way. And we're using our headset for the direction. So we have that working. I want to leave it as I want to use our controller, so I'm going to leave that unchecked because obviously I am not in a, if you could see a picture, I'm about, I don't know, I'd say 18 feet or so from the nearest base station. I have very, very poor tracking in this area. I'm kind of hindered by a bunch of stuff. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. We have our toggle set up. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. So that's me for this video. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon down in the description below, where I have a Team Deathmatch series just for patrons, where we cover Team Deathmatch, obviously, as well as a couple other things like weapon customization, custom spawning, and you get early access to my videos. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to join my Discord that's also linked down below, and I'll try to help you out. So, I'll see you in the next video.